Hey guys, how y'all doing today? It's your host, as usually, Kingly Logan, and today I wanted to talk about the most controversial topic in the community. No matter what side you take, the other half is going to disagree with you. This is the most popular debate in One Piece, probably, and that is Mihawk versus Shanks. I'm just going to say it outright now. I think Mihawk wins. I don't think it should be a debate. I think it's very blatant and consistent that Mihawk beats Shanks. For one, Mihawk is known around the world as the world's strongest swordsman, and that's his title. Why would he have this title if he wasn't the world's strongest swordsman? Like, everybody knows him, that he's the strongest swordsman. He's more likely the world's strongest swordsman. Maybe if you say something like, no, perhaps Morgan gave him this title and Morgan lies for entertainment. That's possible. It doesn't make sense, because why wouldn't he just tell the truth in this case? That would entertain people just as much, if not more, saying Shanks is the strongest swordsman, if Shanks was the strongest swordsman. So it just doesn't make sense. But if you think that is the case, then Mihawk's title is just backed up by secondary sources, as Mihawk stated the world's most powerful swordsman, which isn't his title. So his title is the world's strongest swordsman, and despite that, he's also the most powerful swordsman. In Mihawk's Viver card, it also states that he's the world's strongest swordsman in both name and reality. So his title is the world's strongest swordsman, and that's the case in reality as well. Getting more and more consistent. It's also stated all swordsmen fear him, which kind of I don't think Shanks really fears Mihawk. I think this just means Shanks would be wary of Mihawk. Not so much like, oh, I don't want to fight Mihawk at all costs, because he was down to fight Mihawk. I think he's just wary of Mihawk. That's what the statement entails. It also states in the Viver card that Mihawk is waiting for an opponent stronger than Shanks to test his skills. So Shanks isn't good enough to test him to his fullest anymore, and he wants someone like Zoro to get stronger than Shanks so he can test him. And also, Mihawk just doesn't want to fight Shanks now because of the fact that he's handicapped, and he would fight Shanks if he wasn't handicapped. So, it's pretty fucking blatant to me. Shanks can't test Mihawk anymore. Despite all of this of Mihawk being stronger than Shanks, Mihawk is also stated to be more skillful than Shanks. So Mihawk has better sword skills than Shanks and is also stronger than Shanks. Debunks people try to use for this is Mihawk's anti-feats in Marineford, like Vista going relative to Mihawk. Both of them were holding back. Neither of them used any named attacks. And Mihawk consistently holds back in Marineford, as he got dodged by pre-time skip Luffy and reacted to Crocodile and clashed with Crocodile. We know that Crocodile and Luffy don't scale to Mihawk, because Mihawk keeps up with Vista, who can keep up with Marco, who can keep up with the Admirals, who are hundreds of times faster and stronger than this Luffy right here. The difference between the Admirals and pre-time skip Luffy is humongous. So Mihawk just consistently holds back in Marineford. All his anti-feats in Marineford just don't make sense. Juzo can be argued because it was intended for Whitebeard, someone who is stronger than him, the world's strongest pirate. But the problem is those air slashes just aren't the same strength of him swinging his sword regularly. He's not a ranged opponent. So if Mihawk just pulled up to Vista, cut his head off with his regular sword swing, that's probably what would have happened. Also, people tried to argue Whitebeard's reaction to Mihawk. He just laughed at Mihawk. Mihawk's like, what the fuck? The distance between us is huge. No way. Along those lines, when he clashed with Shanks. But the problem with this is Whitebeard is stronger than both Mihawk and Shanks, as Whitebeard was holding back against Shanks and didn't even use his Devil Fruit. So Whitebeard is above them both. The scaling chain goes Whitebeard above Mihawk above Shanks. That's how it works. The most stupid argument people use is Shanks is a hockey man. He's not a swordsman. Oh, yeah, just because he uses a sword, he doesn't mean he's a swordsman. He's a hockey man. That's just stupid to me. Doesn't make sense. He's literally in a drawing that Oda drew and published that was full of swordsmen. The drawing's literally called Swordsman, and Shanks is in it. He uses a sword every time he fights someone. Every single time. Shanks is a blatant swordsman to me. The definition of a swordsman is someone who fights with a sword. Shanks fights with a sword. Just stop the cap. Shanks is a swordsman. So guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit the like button. It would help me out a lot. Help me with the algorithm. Also, leave a comment. That would also help me out. I'm just trying to make it, so help your boy out. Also, if you like One Piece content in general, I highly recommend subscribing to get my videos recommended to you more. You know, it'd help us both out. I'd get an extra subscribe. You would get free One Piece content. I don't see the downside in that. Also, if you disagree with me and think Shanks wins, you can join my Discord down below. We can have a nice civil conversation about it. In the Discord down below, it's active all the time, active VCs. There's a One Piece Inverse tournament going on right now. You can come watch those debates. Pretty hype. You can also check out a Crossverse tournament that's happening in the server right now. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.